You know, guys, I've been doing this for a hell of a long time, and I'll tell you what, gambling is like that siren singing a song in your ear. And now I'm not going to talk about Greek mythology for you, okay? But sometimes winning and losing, the difference really isn't so much finding the game that's going to win. Yes, obviously you need that, but it's avoiding those games, those trap situations, those contests where something in the back of your mind is just saying, stay away, stay away. And that was the case for me yesterday. I mean, look at the two free picks I gave you. And I've always told you that my free picks are the best of the worst, shall we say. They are plays that I almost bet on, almost released here as a premium play, but for one reason or another, they were scarred. So they're relegated to the free pick bin. And they do extremely well, right? But yesterday, look at the two free picks. I gave you the New York Giants. I bashed Matt Ryan. And yes, I'm sure all those Atlanta fans will now say, oh, yeah, he's Matty Ice once more. Seriously? Do it in the playoffs. Do it just once in the playoffs, and then you deserve to be called whatever you want. But I went with the New York Giants as a free pick, and that was a game I really, really liked. And I went with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sure, the Steelers could have, should have, and would have won that game if not for the turnover, but they didn't, and they both lost. The other game that I was considering yesterday were the Patriots. But I kept thinking about what I said last week, last Tuesday on the video report, after the Patriots shellacked the Houston Texans. I said last Tuesday, the Texans and the Falcons are both frauds. I still think the Texans are frauds, and I still don't think the Falcons are that good. I really, really don't. But at the same time, I also pointed out that everybody would now get back on the Patriots bandwagon. You would pay inflated prices to back New England, and I still didn't think they were necessarily that good. Well, we saw what happened last night. But again, that little siren singing that song in the background, I managed to avoid those games. I had 4 games that I liked yesterday. Those were 3 of them. The other game was New Orleans and Tampa. Now, you know the history with me with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here recently, right? 2 weeks ago, I personally won, or 3 Sundays ago it would have been. I personally won when I had them. I went against them at Denver. I had the game. I brought down the half point. I won that game by a half point. They got the meaningless touchdown late, and a lot of you probably won, but some of you could have just got a push in that game. So I counted it as a push and moved on because I won my money anyway. Then, of course, 2 Sundays ago, I went with them as one of my biggest plays of my career and got shellacked as they coughed up a 10-point lead, laying 7.5 at home in the final 7.5 minutes to an Eagles team that had lost 8 in a row. But I looked at that game yesterday between New Orleans and Tampa, and I knew both teams had lost 3 in a row, and I knew Drew Brees had thrown 9 interceptions the past 3 games. I knew the Saints had 11 turnovers in those 3 games as well, and just gave up 52 points and couldn't stop anybody in the return game at New York. But I thought the Saints would just kick their asses. And that's exactly what happened, and that was my best bet. And that was the 15-dime winner. And that's what you got, and that's what I won money on. But again, sometimes it has more to do about getting yourself away from those games that just are iffy, shall we say, for lack of better terms. The games that are just somewhere in the back of your mind, that little guy's tapping your shoulder saying, wait just a minute. And when you're in a groove, as a handicapper, as a gambler, it's no different than being at the craps table and being red hot. When you're in a groove, those situations happen, and you listen to that little voice. And then there are other times when you're cold as ice, and that voice, you don't even hear it because you're just making your own damn mistakes. And that's how it always goes, and I mean it. That's what I really think after 20-some years of doing this. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, and this, of course, going to be your Monday video report. I've got 2 free picks for you coming up in just a moment. One in NBA, one in college basketball, plus going to talk about who's hot and who's not. And today's promotion, which is buy one, get one free. All that and more coming up in a moment. But first, let's talk about some of the handicappers yesterday that had big plays. Listen, let me start with the biggest one out there, okay? Chuck O'Brien yesterday, had the first ever 150-dime play of his career. And it was on the Patriots last night. Hey, shoulda, coulda, woulda, too. If the Patriots came back, tied that game, who knows what would have happened, but it didn't happen, and he lost. But here's the thing, and I've said this many, many times over the years, and this is something, guys, you got to believe in, and you should play this way. He was on such an incredible winning streak. He was playing with somebody else's money, and he took a shot. And if you don't take those shots, you don't turn a little bankroll into a big bankroll. And when you've got that little bankroll, you've got to take your shots. And that's what he did yesterday. And when the dust cleared, Even though he lost that game, even though he had to pay $1.30 because he bought the half point in that game, when the dust cleared, he has still won 16 of the last 25 days. And in that stretch, $10 bettors are still up $2,595. So, yes, it was a bad play. It was a losing play, so every losing play is a bad play. But again, he was in a position to take a shot. Kudos to Anthony Redd. He cashed in yesterday with his 60-dime winner, number 3 in a row in football with the Broncos. He has 40-dime NFL winner tonight on the Jets and the Titans. 13-4-1 run with 40-dime plays in all sports, number 8 out of 10 in the NFL. Let me talk about Chris Jordan. Number 1 handicapper in this site in terms of overall winning percentage and profit going back to 2007. Number 1 football handicapper at this site in terms of money won in the NFL going back to 2007. Those numbers, well, they're pretty damn staggering. I mean, a $1 bettor has won $13,375 since 2007 following Chris's advice. Yesterday, he cashed in with his 500-star winner number 4 in a row with the Broncos. Today, he goes for winning day number 22 out of 31. The last 30 days, $1 bettors have won $4,470 in a month. $4,470. Tonight, 500-star NFL winner number 5 in a row. Your Jets-Titans side just as strong as his winner yesterday on the Broncos. And Trace Adams, hell of a weekend for him. Hit his 5th consecutive W Wager 2,000-star release on Saturday when he cashed in with Nevada against Arizona in college football. Yesterday, raised the bar winner, number 1,500-star winner for the 5th time in 6 Sundays. He cashed in with San Francisco last night. And tonight he has top-rated 1,000-star winner number 3 out of 4 on the Jets and Tennessee. But listen, guys, not all the handicappers are focusing on this NFL game tonight. Scott Delaney says forget about football. He's got his biggest college basketball release of the season going tonight. It's 75-dime winner number 8 out of 12. It's your UNLV Texas-El Paso contest. Let's put it this way. He's won 6 consecutive 25-dime releases in college basketball over the past 3 weeks. This play is 3 times stronger. It's stronger than his 30-dime winner on Friday night in college basketball. Boise State knocking off previously undefeated LSU. It is stronger than his 50-dime college basketball winner in Minnesota over USC 2 Saturdays ago. He's going for winning day number 13 out of 18, and $10 bettors have won $3,560 over the past 17 days. Now, as for me, I cashed in with back-to-back 15-dime plays. Oregon by 22, laying 14 over Nebraska on Saturday. And then I cashed in with that 15-dime play with New Orleans yesterday. Tonight, I have another 15-dime play, which matches the highest I've ever had in the NBA, the highest-rated play in my career. It's a 15-dime cheap chalk. I think this team wins and covers by double digits. I am 39-20. With these plays, with 3 pushes along the way over the past 3 seasons. Closed last year by hitting 5 out of 6 in the playoffs. This year, hitting 2 out of 3 so far. Most recent one back on November 22nd, I think it was, when the Knicks rolled big time at New Orleans, laying 7.5 points, and I think they won by 22 in that contest. That's what I've got going tonight. And here's why I wanted to tell you about the different sports. Today's promotion, buy 1 handicapper, get 1 free. Does not apply to pay after you win selections, does not apply to packages. It only applies here for their Monday selections. So, for example, you buy 1 handicapper, you get the play of a second handicapper of equal or lesser value for free. So, let's take a look here. Chris Jordan, what is his big play here? His 500-star winner number 5 in a row tonight is $79.95, okay? Well, what the hell's my play tonight? My play, I think, is $65. You can get it for free. Or Scott Delaney, who has that big play in college basketball. His play tonight, $79.95. You can buy Chris Jordan, get Scott Delaney for free. All you've got to do is make your initial purchase, then email customer service. Use the customer service link, the help us link, whatever you want here on the site. Email customer service. Let them know, hey, I just bought so-and-so, and I want the play of so-and-so for free, damn it. And give them 5 to 10 minutes because they get overwhelmed when I run this type of promotion. Matter of fact, I haven't run this type of promotion in probably a month and a half. I just forgot about it. And you'll get the second play free. That's all there is to it. So use it, save some money, enjoy yourself. I like doing it on days, 2 types of days I like doing it. I like doing it on days when a lot of handicappers have big plays on a couple of key games. I like doing it on days like today where there's handicappers that have big plays in different sports. So it gives you a little taste of everything that's going on. So that'll be it for there. Let's turn now to the free selections. The first one, is in college basketball. I look at this line between Louisiana Tech and Arkansas Little Rock. It's Louisiana Tech 2.5. It was earlier today. It's back down to 2. Bulldogs, of course, hammered Arkansas Little Rock in the season's second game, playing at home. Tonight they're going to have the rematch. But I don't understand why Louisiana Tech is favored in this game. I mean, this is a Louisiana Tech team that had a 7-game winning streak snapped about a week and a half ago because they lost to Northwestern State. Then they just lost their last game to McNeese State. 80-72, you lose to McNeese State at home. What the hell's going on here? Yes, they won the first game by 18 points, but since then, Arkansas Little Rock has played very good. They're coming off a win against Tulsa, their biggest win of the season. They upset SMU, handed Larry Brown's Mustangs their first loss of the season also earlier this year. So I'm going to go with Louisiana Tech in revenge in this spot here tonight. Clippers and the Pistons going to be my other free selection. The Clippers come in here, and they are just on a roll here, guys. Looking to close up a 4-game road trip with a sweep. They've already won at Chicago, Charlotte, and Milwaukee. Killed the Bucks the other night, 111-85 in that contest. They've won 9 straight since losing 4 straight, which was preceded by a 6-game winning streak. They've averaged 106.4 points in their last 9 games. They were only averaging 99.5 points before then. They're getting outstanding contributions from their bench. Matter of fact, their bench is providing a league high, or second high in the NBA, second biggest amount of points scored by the bench, 42 points. I mean, Lamar Odom had 10 points, 5 rebounds in the last game. Matt Barnes had 21 points. Jamal Crawford and Eric Bledsoe have combined to average close to 30 points so far this season. Pistons, you know the deal there. I mean, they suck. I mean, what can I tell you about the Pistons? And they're also playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. Clippers, of course, playing their 4th game on the road in 6 nights. They are a 7-point favorite in this spot. It seems too easy, doesn't it? It just seems too easy with the Clippers. It was kind of like that pick I gave you with the Spurs at Utah last week. It just seemed too easy. I don't think it's that easy tonight. I think this is going to be a closer game than anyone expected. I think the Clippers will win it, but I see this game being a 4 to 5 point decision. I think the Pistons have the depth to hang with the Clippers, and I think the Clippers in the getaway game here, as they look to head back home, playing their 4th road game in 6 nights, I think they have a little bit of a letdown, knowing that they're taking on an opponent that's a downtrodden team. And I think the Pistons plus the points is going to be the play. So 2 dogs tonight, 2 home dogs. The Detroit Pistons and Arkansas Little Rock are going to be your free selections. And remember, once more, you can buy one, get one free. I gave you all the details. Good luck to you guys, and I'll catch you again tomorrow.